Welcome to Island Tea with your faves. Keep it locked in with us for your daily dose of hot tea only on Win Media 98.9.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Island Tea with your faves, Azim and Jade. And I am once again by myself because Mr. Man went away and got sick. If he did stay here with us, this would not happen. But he went overseas gallivanting, and now he's sick. So now I have to come and talk to y'all. I have to come to keep y'all company until he feels better. So I know that I will be missing you guys for a bit, but because my co-host is sick, I will be here until whenever he's feeling better, I guess. But anyway, you guys, how is my lovely sippers doing this morning? I hope you're well rested. I hope you are having a wonderful Thursday. Yes, it is Thursday, 25th August already. Wow. Time is really flying. August is again almost out of here. We have just a few more days until we roll on over into September. And it seems like September is going to be packed with good things. I hope It's Independence Month. It's the month where we celebrate national heroes as well. So I'm looking forward to all of those things. I've been hearing rumors that we're going to get some, little concerts and entertainment here and there. I know there's a bunch of events happening in September as well. So I am looking forward to that. I will be attending some of them. Most of them is because of work, but at the time, no less. But yeah, how are you doing? You guys will be my co-host for today. I have lots to talk to you guys about, and I hope you guys will engage with me through social media and through the phone lines. Remember, guys, you can like, share, and comment. Make sure you sip some tea with your friends. Don't keep it to yourself. That would be very greedy of you. So be sure to share the show with your friends. Leave us a little like. Make sure the show gets pushed as far as it can be pushed. It always does us good when we get those shares and those comments and those likes. So yes, again, you will be my co-host for today. Remember, you can also call me at 465-0989, 662-0989, and 762-0989. Make sure you call me and chat with me and all these good things. So it's Thursday, and usually we do grind your gears, but I've been peaceful. I haven't had much that has been bothering me, so I don't even know what gears to grind. I honestly can't say that I came in here with anything on my spirit. I'm based on the show, but I just don't have any bad things today. Nothing. Oh, well, clearly somebody else does, though. Yes, feel free to call me. Let me go to the phone lines. Call up. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Jade.
Good morning.
And the guest there.
There's no guest, it's just me.
Oh, just you?
Yes.
Okay. Top of the morning, this in burgers, see me.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thanks to hold it out without your real guest, your real co-host, I must say.
Yes.
And you're doing a good job. So
Thank you.
I just want to say, top of the morning, happy Kim Collins Day to everybody in St. Kitts and Nevis and the whole globe, the whole world. Because everybody knows this man.
Mm-hmm.
The whole knows this man. And on a serious note, I don't believe he gained enough recognition. I don't really think he gained enough recognition.
I don't think so either.
And we need a holiday for this day.
Mm-hmm.
Because when he win the championship in 2003, August the 25th,
Mm-hmm.
the whole world respect him, and the whole of St. Kitts come together and jump up and enjoy themselves. So how come we cannot get that every year, August the 25th?
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly with you.
Yeah, Labour Party just won the election.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday we had a holiday, the Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody enjoy themselves. And that's a St. Kitts thing. St. Kitts Nevis political thing. But this man has post on the globe. St. Kitts on the globe. When no politician could do that, what Kim Collins do. And say it straight, no politician do that. Could do that what Kim Collins do. Post on the globe. So I think it is over holiday. I think this day should be a holiday going forward.
I agree.
Kim Collins is just a normal man. People passing him shit. And a lot of children don't even know to rectify this day. And I think it's sad.
So we need a Kim Collins Day. The 25th?
We need a Kim Collins Day. The 25th of August.
Yes. Hopefully
We have
the
to put that
people
in the youth
listening.
them head.
Sorry?
We have to put that in the children them head. For the children them to elevate themselves in sports.
Yes. I mean, he is. He did make history for St. Kitts, and so I truly don't understand why this isn't a thing. Somebody dropped the ball when it came to that, and hopefully, the new administration could put something in place for him.
Yeah, really. I don't. Every year I just know, I got a vexed issue, feelings for this day because, come on, man, this man is a living hero.
Yep.
And, you know, the people have known him for black. Today he's out there, you know, he in the black socks and he's shot, you know. So they're supposed to be a black, the people pour black and recognize this man.
I agree with you fully.
Yeah, anyway, give thanks. I said enough, I think, and, you know, a little emotional still, but...
That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, because I think he's supposed to get the respect he deserves. Don't wait until he's dead.
That is exactly it. We often want to celebrate people when they have passed and recognize the good things that they have done for the country when they have passed. But instead of doing that, we need to give people their flowers when they're alive.
Before, and he deserves it. A man like he deserves it.
Definitely does. Definitely does. Cannot disagree with you there.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you for calling and letting the nation know that they've dropped the ball once again.
Yes, and listen, since I stopped it since 12 o'clock, I'm putting him up on my status. Only here I got up on my status. Happy Kim Collins, they go down, he raised everything. So, I still celebrating that day, me personally.
As you should.
And I have my black to put on today, all black.
Well, I can't join you in the black because I have to be in the park and, you know, sun hot bad, but...
Yeah, I know we go, but I can go in my black and see what's going on.
All right. So you coming to the park today?
Yeah, I'm going to reach park today and watch a little cricket.
All right. I will look for you then.
Yeah, in my black.
Well, you will be hard to miss.
Okay. All right, take care, Jay.
You as well. Yeah, man. Like, come on, guys. How come we're not celebrating such a historic day like this? We celebrate all type of things. They should have been on the forefront of all of our minds, including myself, because I didn't even realize that it was Kim Collins there, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people didn't either. But we need to celebrate. We need to recognize what he did for our country, where he put our country in the athletic arena, and celebrate him. A national holiday for Kim Collins is not something hard to do. If we could have a national holiday because we had a change in government, we could have a national holiday for somebody who literally put us on the map. So I think that's something that we need to fix. Good morning, caller, you're live.
Good morning, Jade. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
You're giving God thanks.
As you should.
Yes. That it does a lot for your spirit, you know. Anybody could complain all day. Anyway, now Sam Conda, who was then the deputy prime minister, announced that the 25th of August is Kim Collins' Day. But you know the politics. He's going to kill us. He's going to kill us. Now, I have something to go in.
Go ahead.
Now, we say, look how we don't have any respect for our people.
Which people?
Like Kim Collins. I mean, he did so much, and you know, we jump over the politics hoop. Now, I have been noticing. Like, I listened to the news, and I heard Barbados has been warning people that said that there has been an increase in the death of elderlies from corona. You heard this in the news, right?
I missed that one. Yes.
So there is an increase in the number of deaths of people over 60 and 70. And they're encouraging the younger people, please be careful around your seniors. Well, I seniors now, so. Now, I hear a lot of grumbling. We don't give any credit to the NEOC. People, you know, and the truth is, you know, when you look at our data, the people who are dropping like flies in other countries. China, which we say is a socialist country, they don't ask you. When they say shut down. You know that, right? Millions, you know, whole city. They lock you in and all. And for inconvenience, and the people cursing the people, I said, Lord Jesus, what happened if we get a next outbreak? Do you want life or livelihood? Because while, of course, the people in the hotels didn't have any work either, because the people overseas couldn't fly. So sometimes we don't look at our sacrifice, because we sacrifice everybody, eh?
Mm-hmm.
But we resort to cussing and the people and they do us this and It could have been otherwise. It could have been otherwise, but we're not grateful that we only had 40-something death.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, we're not, People now think, oh, well, they do us this. What would you have preferred? Can we watch with horror? Barbados in the Caribbean, Jamaica. These are countries with larger population, Trinidad. And it's like a chorus now. Oh, they had us locked down. Well, big England, France, Germany, locked down too.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm talking about?
Everywhere was locked down.
Yeah, but when people complaining and cussing the people, it is I find it very discouraging.
Well,
because
it
these
comes
people
with the
have to leave
territory.
their home, leave everything.
It comes with the territory because, we as people aren't accustomed to being locked down. We aren't accustomed to having to stay.
We lack discipline.
Yeah, but you can't be disciplined in something that you're not accustomed to. China is an example of a place where they usually have these things happening to them. This is something they're accustomed to wear masks. They're accustomed to have to abide by whatever the government institutes. Other countries aren't the same, so it's not just a St. Kitts thing. All of the countries who had to go through these things felt the same way.
It shows to me lack of maturity. Because it could have been, when you hear China say, they lock down, they're locking you into your own house. They didn't tell you to stay in.
Yes, again, China is accustomed to these things. Other countries aren't. So you can't just expect people to just be like, okay, well, this is a lockdown. Let's go into it.
The chorus is increasing and everybody finds us. I said, Lord Jesus, I hope if something happens and they get the freedom and the license to do whatever they want, hope they're ready to accept the consequence.
That's the only thing going to happen. People just have to understand there's also a consequence to whatever action they choose.
Yes. That is what I want our people to understand. Because, they're complaining in Barbados. Look, even though we lower, we remove them, doesn't mean that COVID left the country. It's the old people now who are suffering. Because everybody wants a party, this, that, all right. Mask. People complaining, well, I made a mask. When you go in your grandmother's house, when you come in my house, put on your mask. Age alone lower your immune system. We got to be more considerate unless you want to take out all the old people. So that is what they're grinding for, right? Mm-hmm. And the same thing I say, we don't respect, as you say, our people should know, I always say, he should be taken, when they got school sports, at every school sport, he should be invited if he's around, to go maybe pass out the medal so the children see him.
I think that's a good idea.
Don't know him,
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Because some of the young children running very fast, And if they could see the man who won a world, not a little round the corner. So, Kim Collins, if you're listening, happy Kim Collins Day. We appreciate you. The CMO and all the whole team, we appreciate what you have done. And we pray that God will bless you. And to our people, we have got to grow up. Have a good day.
Thank you. Before we move on, I have to say a very special happy birthday to one of my good sisters who is always listening, Miss Tivano. Happy birthday to you. I hope you have a blessed day. I hope nobody stresses you today. And, just enjoy. Just enjoy your birthday. Birthdays are very special because it means that you are here one more year. So, happy birthday to you once again. But, yeah, I think that's a good idea when it comes to letting Mr. Collins hand out the medals, because that's a part of something that he knows, that is his culture, that is That is his background. He's somebody that put us on the map because of sports. So it is only right and proper for us to include him in the sports that we're having. I completely agree with that. But yes, guys, if you have any gears to grind, I've had two so far. I've had two so far. You can feel free to call me or send a message on our live. The number is 465-0989, 662-0989, and 762-0989. Feel free to call in and grind up your gears, man. Something must be bothering y'all. Maybe not bothering me, because I'm not having that bad of a week, but we live in a country full of people and something must be bothering y'all. But I wanted to know, how do you guys feel about the BHS debacle? That when I said that, I mean the fact that it's now going back to its original home. How do you feel about them not continuing with putting it at a new site? We have a call. Caller, good morning. You're live.
Good morning, Jade. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm okay. This is Marvin, the guy who won the ticket yesterday.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to give away the ticket to someone because I don't think I'll be able to make it to the game.
Oh, okay. No
whoever
problem.
you choose to give it to or however you choose to give it away, feel free to do so.
All right. I will.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you as well. All right, guys. So there's a ticket to give away. I have 2 tickets to give away for tomorrow as well. But there's a ticket to give away for today because the winner cannot make it. So if you want to go to today's game, what tell me who is going to be playing the second match for today. Who is going to be playing the second match of the 60 tournament today, and you win yourself a ticket? Very easy question. Very, very easy question. Let me go make sure I remember the answer myself. But yes, if you... No, I'm going to tell y'all where to find the answer. Y'all know where to find the answer. But yes, just tell me who is going to be playing to the second match today. Which 2 teams? I know Azim didn't abandon us. Azim went overseas and got sick. And now he's resting, trying to catch himself. Good morning, caller. You're live. Oh, missed that one. Let's take another call. Caller, good morning. You're live.
Good morning, the lone one.
Good morning.
No, I don't want the ticket.
Okay.
I just want to shed a little light on the last caller comment. So,
Which comment? Caller? Oh, okay. We seem to have lost that caller, but feel free to call back. Somebody on the live is saying, you know what grinds my gears? Knowing that National Carnival ended the first week in January, yet 8 months later here in August, service providers and entertainment groups have yet to receive payment for their work. This is downright disrespectful at the time. I can't speak to that. I think the best thing for you to do is call the Carnival office and see if you could sort that out. But yeah, I can't speak to that one. Good morning, caller. You're live.
yeah, the issue is not the lockdown, the shutdown. The issue is I think our old lady called it the Moravian. So, that kind of grace of payment, because you are aware that our civil servants have been paid during the time of the pandemic shutdown. And not only being paid, they're being paid on time. So one of the things that they cannot criticize government for lacking is to make sure that the salaries were paid. And they did not have to go to work, but they were paid. Whereas other people who have worked in the other industry had no generating income at all. And so they had to live off of what they had. And then afterwards they get what the old lady said. They get a Moravian, and they were still being paid. And it was supposed to be a voluntary thing. And so people are kind of...
You mean an honorarium?
Oh?
You mean the honorarium?
Yes, I know the honorarium, but...
Oh, I know, but I was confused because you kept saying Moravian. But okay, I understand. I'm with you now. Go ahead. We've lost that caller again. All right. Caller, feel free to call back. Once again, I have a ticket to give away for today. If you want to catch some cricket action for the 60 tournament, all you have to do is tell me which two teams are playing the second match on today's roster. It's very easy. It's a very easy question, actually. It shouldn't be difficult for you to figure that out. In the meantime, I'll try to figure out the other two questions that I will ask for tomorrow's tickets. I have 2 tickets to give away for Friday's matches. So I'll just think about what I want to ask when it comes to those questions. But yes, how do you guys feel about the fact that it seems that the Bastia High School is going to return to its original home? I passed it yesterday. I pass it almost every day because I live just a few minutes away from it. And every time I pass, I look at it and I feel terrible for the way that it is. Well, the way that it was handled, the fact that it just was there, wasting away, that it's overgrown. I can't believe that was one of the most prestigious schools in Bastia because of the condition that it is currently in. But how do you guys feel about it returning? Should it return, or should they just build a whole new school and do something else with the old Bastia High School? Call me, comment on the live, let me know how you feel about it. I think that I would prefer for it to return to its original home because it has so much history there. The space, especially, is there for it. And I think that we just can't let our historic Bastia High go to waste like that. I say our, even though I didn't go to that school, I went to Washi. Big up the Wildcats. But yeah, it's a part of my history as well because I remember going down there to sports, to play, to do all sorts of things because, again, I live a few minutes away from it. So to see it go from what it was to now looking like a destitute wasteland, it's heartbreaking. And so I just wonder why we couldn't make that decision earlier. Like, why is it that we couldn't decide to put the school back there? I mean, I know they said that it was contaminated and all of these things. Understandable, but if it is now at a place where it can return, pretty sure it could have returned before. But let's go back to the phone lines. Good morning, caller. You're live.
Yes, good morning. It's me again.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not too sure how strong that historic argument is. I went to the senior school, that's the one on the eastern side, in 1961. The building looked the same way. Mm-hmm. Now, if you want to change the site, I don't mind. But don't tell me you're going to refurbish nothing and renovate nothing.
Why not?
Listen again. There was architectural, did you see the architectural drawing for the one that was to go over on the...
I think I did, but I can't remember.
Did you see it?
I can't remember how it looks, but I think I did.
Yeah, and the children saw it too. So, I heard somebody saying, but you can't have that one better than the other. That is a weak argument. Do you know when the Sadler's Secondary School was open, it was a modern school with whiteboard and everything?
Okay.
Now, are you aware of it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're saying that it can't be modernized at its old...
No.
Why?
You see, why?
Why can't it be modernized?
Listen, I'm saying. Let me rephrase what I want to say. Can the old site accommodate the new school? Mm-hmm. The proposed one.
Well, I'm pretty sure the people in charge of figuring out these things took that into consideration.
That's what I want to know. Because the thing about, you can't make that one better than the rest, that's a weak argument because Sadler School stand there.
But who is saying that you can't make Bastia High more modern than the rest?
My good friend.
Okay,
Mr.
well...
That's Mr. McMahon's argument.
Okay, well, I feel like
I know, but
instead of thinking like that, I feel like we should strive to make sure all of the schools are modernized. Not saying that we can't do one because the rest aren't.
That's what I'm saying. That's a weak argument. Mm-hmm. Because the Sadler School was opened in 2010, somewhere around here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not an old school.
Mm-hmm.
We should be looking forward, upward and forward in what we do.
Yeah, we should
And I
just
am
modernize
saying,
all the schools.
Yeah, but modernize them. Some of them want to take down altogether, you know.
Well,
and
then
put up
that's something
modern
that we should
schools.
look at as well. Look at which
And
schools.
right, and the facilities that are included in the drawings for the new school.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those things are common in other countries, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are common. So I am saying, I don't mind them putting it back there. I taught at Bassey High School.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, there's even no guarantee that they wouldn't have another outbreak. There's no guarantee, you know. You never know until you go. And how are they going to get around to it? And how long are they going to take? So I am saying, are they going to use the same old toilet system or will they use a modern one? I am saying for those who are thinking about it, evaluate if the lot, knock down the building, knock them down. Knock them down. And put up a modern, don't tell me about that you're going to refurbish old school. That is what they call small thinking. And I expect Mr. Hanley to think more modern. Knock down the old buildings them. Because number one, whatever could be in them, we're wasting time and money. So I don't mind them moving it. That's the point. You understand that clear, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind them moving it, but I am saying before they think about refurbishing and renovating, remove all the structures of the building. It reduces the chance of something cropping up. So you go through all of that. You move the children back in, and then you got to move them back out.
Well, again, I'm hoping that whatever
we got a plan and we don't hope.
Well, I have to hope because I'm not a part of the project. So I'm hoping that, Miss Henry, I'm hoping that whatever school they build, whatever decisions they make, they do it in a way that will not have to put us back into the situation where we have children.
To move the children again.
Yes, I'm pretty
So
sure
the
that.
best thing to me is take down all the old thing. Take them down. All right then.
Okay, so yes, I'm pretty sure that whatever decisions they make, they will make sure that they build the school in a way that we don't have to go back to this debacle, because we're all tired. Honestly, we're all tired of having to do this. We don't want to have children moving and shifting all the time. So I'm sure that they will build the school in a way that they check for all things that they have to check for, meaning contaminants and all of these things that caused them to move in the first place. And they will build a modernized school. And I also hope that they then go on to modernize all of the other schools that need it as well. It doesn't make sense for you to say, oh, well, one school isn't. This school shouldn't be modernized because the rest isn't. I think a better argument is we should see how we can modernize all of the schools. So, yeah. Let me see what the commenters are saying. I'm still looking for somebody to give me the answer so they can win today's tickets. The question is, who is playing the second game on today's roster? Which two teams are playing the second game? So, yes, I'm looking forward to getting an answer from you guys so I can give away these tickets for today's game. But yeah, let's see what the commenters are saying. So somebody's saying, oh Lord. Listen, please keep these comments clean. Be sure not to bash each other. Remember, we have to be respectful of everyone's comments, even if we don't agree with them. So Somebody saying, I agree with Miss Henry with COVID-19, saying saying that people were not accustomed. It was something new that people were dying, so you just adjust and follow protocol. Life is ever changing and we must learn to adjust. I agree we have to adjust, but everybody is not that way, so what can we do? I'm not going to read the rest of these. Let's go back to the phone lines. Caller, good morning. You're live.
Good morning. It's St. Kitts Patriots playing Jamaica.
Yes, you are so correct. What is your name?
I'll give you my name off you.
I send me a message. Send me a WhatsApp. 7675335.
Okay then.
Okay. Yes, that ticket is gone. That ticket is gone. I have 2 more tickets to give away throughout the morning. I will also be joined by CPL sometime today to talk about cricket. So stick and stay for that. Again, I have 2 more tickets to give away. And so once I figure out what I want to ask, I will give those away. So let's see what the live is saying. Dr. Hanley will do all of that for all schools now that he is Minister of Education. I have full confidence in Dr. Hanley. I agree. I think that he will as well. I think that he is somebody that recognizes the importance of modernizing the school system, modernizing the education system, so that we will move forward. So just have some faith. Somebody else is saying it was Dr. Hanley who modernized the Bonte Welch Primary School in Boyd's when he was principal. It was the first of its kind in the Caribbean where all classes were in the information technology sphere. There you go. And again, we can't have situations like the one that myself and my guest spoke about yesterday, where some classrooms don't even have electricity. If we want to teach our kids to the best of our abilities, if we want them to have the best education starting out, we have to make sure that these are things that we give to teachers. These are things that they have access to. So it doesn't make sense for us to say, well, one is going to be more modern than the rest. I think it's best for us to say, well, we look forward to seeing how all of them can be modernized. All of them could be put up to par on a certain level that we expect in 2022. It's simple. It is simple. So let's just jump into some articles now. I have some news for you guys. I have some tea for you guys as usual. So let's start here with something that happened a few weeks back around the election period. It says no legal dispute between the SKNLP, the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party, and the owner of the Get Rid of Them song. So it says there is no lawsuit against the SKNLP and the amount is total fiction. Which one of y'all lied about this? This is what y'all just piss me off with, Why would y'all put out this fictitious I know who do it, This is why I tell her, stop go over there, go look news, stop go over to these people's pages. They are not credible news sites. They are not credible news sites. Look at them putting out all this false information and no one has to clear it up. Anyway, none of this is true. We have not initiated any action against the government, said attorney Franklin Edwards, the legal representative for Mr. Adrian Bailey, owner of the song Get Rid of Them. Shame. Shakes my head. Mr. Edwards called into Win FM's Voices talk show on Monday, August 22nd to set the record straight regarding the alleged legal dispute between his client and the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party for the use of the song Get Rid of Them. Throughout the 2022 National Assembly elections campaign, so this happened again around election. A Facebook profile believed to be that of Mr. Bailey said his song was used without his permission and I will meet them in court. According to Miss Vernaldine Francis, director of the Eastern Caribbean Collective Organization for Music Rights, ECHO, The SKNLP did not obtain a license for the use of the song that was played at public meetings and rallies in their campaign. The figure quoted that was believed to be the amount for the alleged lawsuit was $75,000 EC dollars. Win FM spoke with a legal representative for the SKNLP who said there is no legal dispute between the SKNLP and the owner of the song. Stop all your false nonsense, man. Y'all really out here putting out figures and saying people getting sued and having the nation run with it based on nothing, no kind of research, no look into nothing. Y'all claim to be credible sites, but yet putting out things that are false. So I'll stop go over there. Stop go over there for them kind of information, because we end up in situations where things are said and it turns out to be false yet again. Anyway, I have my first question for you guys for the tickets for tomorrow. So listen carefully to my question. Who was the first captain of SKN Patriots? Who was the first captain of the SKN Patriots? Use your thinking caps. Call me. Send a message on the live. You can win yourself a ticket for tomorrow. Yes, who was the captain? Who was the first captain of the St. Kitts Nevis Patriots? Let me see if anybody will get this answer. I think it's an easy question. Let's head to the phone lines and see if we get the answer. Good morning, caller. You are live.
Hey, morning.
Morning.
Marlon Samuel.
You are correct. What is your name?
Can I get me off here, please?
You want to give your name off here?
Yes, please. My credit soon finish.
Okay. Call me at message me at 767-5335 with your name and you will get the ticket.
I'll come up. Okay, I'll come up.
But I don't know who you are, so you can't just come and say you win the ticket.
My name is Denzel Juport.
Denzel Juport. Okay, no problem. All right. Mr. Juport, you've won yourself a ticket. Let me just put your name down so I don't forget. Yes, I have another question as well. Since a caller got it, this will be for the live. The question is, what date was the first CPL game played in St. Kitts? Very, very, very easy question. This is just for the live audience who is commenting. What date was the first CPL game played in St. Kitts? So send us a message on the live and you will win yourself a ticket for tomorrow. Very, very easy question. Anyone? Should I sing the Jeopardy song for you guys? No, I'll just move on to another article in the meantime. And this one is coming out of our sister island, Antigua. I actually saw a picture yesterday with Uncle Gaston, and he was smelling some herb. Because they opened their first cannabis dispensary over there in Antigua. See, St. Kitts behind, St. Kitts behind again. St. Kitts Nevis is behind again. Why is it that we can't have our own dispensaries here? Why is it we're still trying to figure out what we're going to do with the marijuana situation in big 2022? It don't make sense to me. But Prime Minister Gaston Brown yesterday visited the country's first licensed cannabis dispensary, Grow Antigua and Barbuda Medicinal Dispensary and Retail Store, which is located in Redcliffe Quay. I think that's how you pronounce it. I might have to swing on over to Antigua to see what's happening over there. History was made when the cannabis dispensary, retail store, and smoke shop opened on 15th August. The store sells a variety of cannabis-related paraphernalia and growing supplies. Presently, applications are being accepted for Grow's member waiting list, which allows customers to apply for a medical cannabis user license. So far, over 200 people have signed up. Wow, things looking good. Minister Brown said he wished to see firsthand the operations of the dispensary to hear of the challenges the operators may be facing and get their feedback on how the government may be able to resolve some of these issues. The Prime Minister said he was quite impressed with what he saw during his visit. Oh, Key. Oh, thank you, Witty. I figured I mispronounced it. But yes, Antigua now has their first dispensary. Meanwhile, we're still trying to decriminalize and figure out what we're doing with marijuana. I don't know what it will take to move this forward. I think it's time we do realize that marijuana isn't just something that people just decide to smoke. It has so many medical benefits. It has so many other uses. So I think it's time for us to visit this. Let me head to the comments and see if we have a winner. No, that is not the answer. Once again, the question is, what date was the first CPL game played in St. Kitts? What was the first date? What was the date that the first match was ever played? If you know the answer, just send us a little comment on the live. But what do you guys feel about this marijuana situation? How do you think we should move forward with it? Do you think it is time for us to figure out how to tap into this market? Again, this isn't something new. We've seen it all around the world. We've seen the benefits. We've seen how people use it. So how do you think we should move forward with this? Do you think that we have waited too long to jump into this market and the world has already progressed past needing what we have? Because to be honest, right, we have soil here where we were one of the leading contenders when it came to sugar. We knew that the sugar industry closed, and we realized that we can use the soil to jump into agriculture, which is still not up to par. However, we have different things that we can do with the soil here. So we know how profitable marijuana can be. We know how profitable hemp can be. So why not? Why not? What are we waiting for? It's not like we don't have the research. The research is there. We ourselves didn't even have to do the research. We can literally look up studies on the benefits of marijuana and hemp and its byproducts and all of these things. So what is the big issue? What is the reason why we're still at this place where we feel like we shouldn't allow people to be able to use this plant and use the byproducts of this plant? Somebody needs to give me a good explanation. Somebody needs to give me a good explanation on why we are still feeling how we feel about this plant. Is it because we are deemed a Christian society? Is it because we were afraid that this plant would do so? I don't even know. To be honest, I don't know what the reason is. But I would like to know from somebody who is a part of whatever committee that decides if and when we do this, why is it taking so long and why haven't we progressed with this? What is your reason? And it needs to be a good one, eh? It needs to be a good reason. Don't just tell me because it's a law. Why is it a law? Seems like we have a winner. However, I don't know how this winner gonna get this ticket because she don't live here. It seems like we have a winner, but the winner don't. Let me just make sure. Scroll up, scroll down. Nope, we don't have a winner. We still. Cleo thought it was close, but nope. That is not the answer. That is not correct. How come y'all missed this one in that? I'm pretty sure if y'all Google, y'all could find the answer to this one. But again, the question is, what date was the first CPL game played in St. Kitts and Nevis? So yeah, if you could give me the answer to that, then you win yourself a ticket for tomorrow. Anybody? Let me check my answer to see if you are correct, young lady. Let me just go back to my No, you're not correct. You are not correct. That is not the answer. It's close, but it's not. Anybody? Anybody? Going once? Going. This question come like it too hard, you know. This question come like, no, that is not correct. You got 2019. What? No, you are definitely far off. You are definitely far off. No, it's not 2015. It's still not 2019. Okay, it looks like we have a winner. It looks like we have a winner. I think I see the answer on the live. Let me just. Yes, it was August 2014. That is when the first CPL. I'm not going to let you go down to the exact day, but it was August 2014 that we had our first CPL game being played in St. Kitts and Nevis. So, Mr. Nero, you can come to collect your ticket at the Win station. I will put your name down and leave your ticket here with them. Is that all? Is that all of the ones that I gave away? I feel like I missed one. I feel like somebody won one and I don't remember who it is. Oh, because the person is going to message me via WhatsApp. Yes, that is why. So I've given away the tickets for today. I may have another ticket to give away, but I'll see how that works a bit later. So yes, back to the marijuana debacle. Why is it that it is not something that we have tapped into? We have plenty people here that I'm pretty sure can navigate this. We have the Rastafarians who have been advocating for this for years upon years and don't do it and then lock them out, or don't do it and then not give them first preference, because that would be very, very unfair based on the fact that they have been pushing and trying and advocating for this for years. So we have to figure out, and when I say we, I mean the people in charge, not me, how is it we get to a place where this can be beneficial for the country? Yes, we have to have rules, but we also have to realize that the world is going to leave us. The world is leaving us behind when it comes to this marijuana thing, and if we don't get into it now, it won't make sense for us to get into it at all. It won't make sense at all. So let's try to figure out how is it we tap into this industry. Somebody's saying politicians, especially our present division politicians, are very skillful with words and use words effectively. I'm not sure what this is in relation to, but I'll read it anyway. We know what refurbished and renovations mean. However, when renovations However, when renovations or refurbishments is done, and those who did just that promote in the media that they have provided something brand new and nobody challenges them, they are able to sell misleading information, especially to those outside the Federation looking in. NIA renovated the tennis court opposite SS on Nevis and promoted on social media that they built a brand new tennis court. Okay, I don't know what we're talking about here. I think this may be in relation to the fact that we were talking about the Bastia High School situation. But I'm not familiar with the NIA and what they did. But yes, sometimes we have situations where they do say that they they give us brand new things and it's just a renovation. But I guess they mean that they renovated it to look brand new. I don't know, but I just appreciate when they do the work that they say they're going to do. If they say they're going to refurbish it, renovate it, fix it over, give us all new equipment, whatever it is, once it benefits us, I am happy. Somebody is saying produce and export. It will be very difficult for us to jump into this export market now because we've sat by for so long and let other countries build out theirs and start this industry. And to be honest, a lot of the places that we were probably planning to export to already got into that industry. They already got into their own planting and growing. We see how America has done it. We see how other countries have done it. So it will be very difficult for us as a small nation to jump into this. But it can be done. But we have to do it now. We can't just continue to wait and hope and sit by and see if things will happen. We have to jump into things now. I don't know what this big holdup is. I honestly don't understand what this big thing was when it came to marijuana, or why we weren't allowed, why people wasn't allowed to indulge in that. Anyway, hopefully y'all can figure it out, yeah? Hopefully y'all could figure it out. Somebody said SKN can't even produce food to export. They're going to produce weed to export, see? That's what I mean. We're so behind in so many things that it will be difficult for us to catch up now. We're still trying to figure out how to export food, grow enough food for it to be exported. We're still trying to figure out how to tap into the agricultural industry where we grow and sell food. So I don't know how we're going to do this. I don't know how we are going to do this. Somebody saying the former foreign minister said that there was an inside joke where anything they want dead, they sent. Listen, they send it to A.G. Byron's desk. He then said when the cannabis issue came up, they all who were in cabinet sent the matter to. Reading this comment stressing me out. So I'm not just you. I can't. I can't. I can't. This comment stressing me out. I can't. But yes, we have to figure it out. Anyway, guys, it is time for us to take a little break. Thank our sponsors, and then come back with more Island Tea right here on Win Media. So stick and stay, guys.
The biggest party in sport is back for the 10th year of CPL, and the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots return as the champions. CPL will be bigger, better and louder than ever, with more sixes, more entertainment and more of the world's best players. And this year there's also women's games, with the Women's CPL taking place right here in St. Kitts. The games are between the 31st of August and the 4th of September. Get your tickets now at cplt20.com or at Warner Park. Join the party. Experience cricket played louder.
It's that time of the year again. The time when Horsewood Furniture and Appliances gives away millions in cash back for free groceries with every FlexPlay purchase. Never-ending cash back for the past 25 years. SL Horsewood and Company Limited. Horsewood Furniture and Appliances Showroom. Ashley Furniture Home Store in collaboration with ValueMart IGA has given customers millions of dollars in cash back for free groceries with every hire purchase in their never-ending cash back. Yes, the Horsewood's cash back free groceries annual program and promotion is the biggest and longest running of its kind in the Federation. Come today and get cashback coupons for absolutely free groceries in the never-ending cashback promotion. Yes, happening now. Get cashback coupons for absolutely free groceries with every higher purchase. The never-ending cashback is back at Horsewood Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Home Store, where you get cashback coupons for free groceries with every FlexPay purchase. Never-ending savings, never-ending discounts, never-ending quality and service. It's the never-ending cashback. Don't miss it. Terms and conditions apply.
cutting it kind of close to the...
The official beer of the 60 tournament.
Show the world how we like to play. Watch how we just do it, live it up, celebrate the Caribbean way.
This is how we follow it. That's it, how we make them run, how we give them licks before the first word. We unleash the fun inside. The 60 cricket power game, fast, intense, and action-packed.
It's the way we play, it's the way we play.
Carib, it's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Welcome back to Island Tea, guys. And yes, I realized my mic was on. My bad, okay? These things happened when you're by yourself, when you don't have your partner with you to assist with these things. These things happen. So y'all heard my little conversation just now, but I was just trying to sort out an interview for tomorrow. We were supposed to have CPL come on today, but because of some miscommunication on my part, that didn't happen. But they will be here tomorrow to talk about, I guess, the rest of the tournaments when it comes to 60 and CPL, because we are squarely into cricket season. The matches have started. Yesterday's matches were really good. It featured all of the women's teams. I think this is my first time ever seeing women play cricket live, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was a great time for me at the park. I loved seeing how it was set up with the pool. Guys, yes, there's a pool at the park. So if you're feeling a little hot while you're there, feel free to jump into the pool. It is in the party stand. Have a Carib. There's so many Carib specials. Well, there's a Carib special. There's 3 for $10. And you can drink. Just come out, have a good time at the park. You can also catch a ball with one hand and win yourself 5 cases of Carib beer, compliments Carib Brewery. And you can also win yourself 500 USD if you were chosen as, I think it's the 60 something. Listen, if you are the most rowdy fan, if you make the most noise, if they recognize you as a fan of the day, you can win yourself 500 USD, compliments the 60 competition. So many ways to win and to just enjoy yourself. I will be in the back. You see, I have on my Carib shirts because as I leave the show, I'm going to head straight to Warner Park to catch some cricket and do some work. Come out and join me. I've given away some tickets, so you guys don't have no excuses. Y'all don't have no excuses. Come on out and enjoy some cricket because, you know, it's here. It's here. It's not expensive. It's only $40 to be in the party stand. It's just $27 for the regular other tickets where you sit on the mound or in the stands and these type of things. So come on out and enjoy some cricket with me and the 60 competition. So let's see what else we can get into here. Let's talk about an unfortunate situation that happened to an Italian man. He may be one of the most unlucky people in the world because how all of this happened to this one person, I can't understand. But it says Italian man tests positive for COVID, monkeypox, and HIV after a trip to Spain. Let me just repeat that. He tested positive for COVID, monkeypox, and HIV. I'm not laughing because this happened to him. I'm laughing because what are the odds? Honestly, what are the odds of one person being diagnosed with all of these things one time after one trip? After one trip, sir, oh my God, somebody obey he. That's the only plausible explanation that I could come up with. Somebody has obeyed this man. He might need to go to Nevis to get it washed off because boy, oh boy. So, a 36-year-old man who returned to Italy after a 5-day trip to Spain and suffered from fever, a sore throat, fatigue, and headache, among others, has been tested positive for monkeypox, COVID-19, and HIV simultaneously, BNO News reported. What? I cannot imagine. I cannot imagine. He developed all the symptoms 9 days after traveling back. The symptoms included a rash on his left arm after testing positive for COVID-19, followed by blisters appearing in the next few days. After going to the hospital for treatment, he further... What is happening? I seriously don't want to laugh. But I can't imagine going to hospital and then being diagnosed with three things, these things especially. Not even a little cold, a little fever, a little diarrhea. Sir, you have monkeypox, COVID, and HIV? Wow. Yes, he tested positive for monkeypox, COVID, and HIV in a series of tests. The HIV test of the man indicated that he had a high viral load. He was discharged from the hospital after about a week and recovered from both monkeypox and the coronavirus. The researchers from the University of Catania said that the case shows how symptoms of monkeypox and COVID-19 may overlap and confirms that how co-infection anamnestic collection and sexual habits are important for diagnosis. According to the World Health Organization Director General Tedros, y'all know I can't pronounce the last name, more than 35,000 cases of monkeypox have been reported across 92 countries and territories as of August 19th that have claimed 12 lives. The cases have been mostly concentrated in Europe and the Americas. Tedros stated that countries must be prepared for monkeypox. You see that last little sentence? Y'all see that last little sentence? We must be prepared for monkeypox. All that tells me is that sooner or later, unfortunately, we may have to deal with it as well. We, in this little federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, may have to deal with cases of monkeypox. And I've said it here multiple times. COVID had scared me, but monkeypox? If y'all know how I feel about holes, little holes that are grouped together, it makes me sweat. It makes me nauseous just looking at pictures of it. It's an actual thing, eh? By the way, it's an actual thing. I can't remember what it is called, but there's a thing where people are afraid to look at multiple holes in the same area. And I have that. I don't like it. It scares me. It makes me sweat. It makes me nauseous. And monkeypox, every time I come across a picture of monkeypox, that's how I feel. Guys, please be vigilant. Please be vigilant. Please be vigilant. Please be careful. We do not want an outbreak of monkeypox anywhere close to St. Kitts and Nevis. And I know other countries have been experiencing these things. I know Caribbean countries have been experiencing these things. I just don't want to. I just don't want to. I can't. I can't. Oh. Imagine you literally go for a test and they tell you have monkeypox, COVID, and corona. What am I going to do with myself? Yes, trypophobia. Yes, that's exactly what it is. What am I going to do with myself? I think I just got a little sore throat, a little cough, the symptoms of a cold, somebody go check on Azim. Somebody go check on Azim, please, because Azim come back here telling me he's sick. Sir, we will literally ship you back out. We will ship you back out. Don't play like that. come go hospital, come go sit down up in JNF and let them test you for all kind of things because we can't take no chances here. Can't take no chances. Somebody is saying lucky monkeypox is not lethal. Yes, that is true. However, the things that I see come with monkeypox, that has stressed me out. Not gonna lie, that has been stressing me out. So again, guys, please be vigilant when it comes to these diseases. I know we are not out of the woods with corona, and a lot of us think so, and a lot of us think that corona has died down or done or whatever. Y'all think that is not the case. Yes, we are experiencing less symptoms because, to be honest, who isn't vaccinated has gotten corona and has gotten the antibodies there. However, we're not out of the woods. I saw in America that they are still trying to figure out this new strain, this B something, and that they're trying to alter the vaccinations to deal with that strain. But boy, Witty is saying, leave me sweetheart Jade, I'm going to look after him. Yes, you go check on your sweetheart there for me, please. You go check on Azim to make sure all is well. And I know it's just, I'm joking, guys. He's sick because, traveling, you get sick when you come back because of the change in climate and all of these things. Please don't go say Jade to Azim got monkeypox because that's not what I said. Don't go slander me name. But yes, we have to be vigilant when it comes to these things still because we are not out of the woods. We are not out of the woods. It feels like every year something new comes out when it comes to diseases. And it has a lot to do with the fact that global warming has been melting things and some of these diseases are resurfacing. I spoke about one of them on the show some time ago, something that we thought we had eradicated, and now there's some cases in New York. I just can't remember which one it is, polio or one of these all-time diseases that we thought we had eradicated years ago through vaccination that has popped back up. And again, when we see things like global warming happening, we have to understand that somewhere or sometime something will melt and something will come out of that. Something is going to come out of that. We just have to be careful. Polio. We have to be careful and be vigilant. We can't just say, oh yeah, COVID done, so we can, some of these practices, some of these things that were implemented because of COVID, I think we should keep. Like, I'm going to stores now and they have no hand sanitizer. You pumping and nothing coming out. No. Let's not do that. Let's not do that. If we could keep anything from COVID, I think it should be the sanitization stations. Nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with a little sanitization here and there, We touch all type of things throughout the day. We touch all type of people. Somebody might have forgotten to wash their hands. We don't know whatever. We don't know what the case is. I think these businesses should keep these sanitization stations. I know some of the businesses, you can't go into them without masks. And I understand that, masks help to eliminate transfer or try to eliminate transfer between individuals. However, that's fine and dandy because, it has its part. But people take off the mask as soon as they exit the building. So I think, me personally, I think that we should keep the sanitization stations when we're going into supermarkets, when we're going into stores. I still look to sanitize my hands when I'm going into stores because when we go to supermarkets, we're touching cats and we're touching products and other people touch these things. So keep these sanitization stations. Keep the hand sanitizer, keep the spray bottles, whatever alcohol or whatever germ-killing agent solution was in them. Let's keep those. I love that. But boy, Pan had COVID. Pan get COVID, monkeypox, and the HIV he probably had before. Because I don't think HIV, you'd just 5 days is a little short. I don't know how it works, but I feel like 5 days is a little short. The monkeypox and the COVID, I can understand how we get out, but sir, we gotta be a little more careful here now. We can't be out here gallivanting just so. with all these things out here. Like, we gotta be careful. We gotta be careful. We gotta be more vigilant. We gotta be a little more safe, when it comes to our sexual behavior, especially because, that's one of the ways that monkeypox is transferred. And so just be a little more, just to be a little careful. Somebody is saying, true, important to stay clean, wash hands often or sanitize. Yes, nothing is wrong with that. I think that we should keep that once again. So let's see what else. Let's see what else we have on our little agenda. I was following a story. It's the Caribbean debacle. So there's this page. I don't know if some of y'all follow it. There's this page on Instagram and Twitter for the young people who are over there. And it's called We Culture something. We something. They usually do memes and all of these things. And last year they came out with this trip for Caribbean people. It was a trip to Mexico that they were offering, all expenses paid. Trip to Mexico, you go, you have fun. It included events, it included transportation, it included food. It included a nice, looking luxurious villa type setup. And, it went left. How did it go left, you may ask? Well, I don't know if a lot of y'all remember the Fire Festival. I know we spoke about it here. Being in entertainment and that sort of business, we follow these things closely. So there was this thing called the Fire Festival where Ja Rule and another white man promised this amazing trip to the Exhumas in the Bahamas. And it was going to be all type of headline artists and, luxury setups for people to stay, and they just had to pay all this money. Luxury, when they reach, is outside the bay, outside in the yard, outside in the dirt. They put these people, they have nowhere to get back home right now because, again, based on how the trip was set up, their tickets weren't booked for a couple of more days, and they were promised stays and all of these things, and that went left. If you want to see how that happened, you can check out one of the documentaries, which is on Netflix. It's called Fire Festival. And so these people the people who went to Mexico experienced a Fire Festival type debacle. So the people paid all this money to this man, this I don't remember which country he's from, but it was a Caribbean country. They paid all this money to him. Again, he promised all of these nice things. Let me just look up the list of things promised so I can read them out for you guys. Promised all these nice things, pick up at the airport. So they paid for that. And they paid for the food. They paid for the stay. And boy, oh boy. So let me tell you, this is what their package included. Airfare, patrons departing from Belize will travel via private shuttle. Yes, they did definitely sue the people for Fire Festival. Like, I think he's either in jail or he went to jail, but because he was literally a scammer, yeah? He was scamming people for real. But I think he either went to jail or is still in jail. But yes, so they promised the people airfare, accommodation, experiences, 7 official events, travel insurance, on-ground transportation, professional photography, and a goodie bag. Okay then. Sound good, right? So like a little nice vacation to Mexico, enjoying some new people because, again, anybody could sign up for this trip. Any Caribbean person could sign up for this trip. So Kititians, Antiguans, people from Bahamas, Jamaica, Trinidad, anybody could have gone on this trip. So they promised them some nice little accommodations. I'm telling you, the accommodations look nice. They look like, I don't know if y'all have been to like Kaya, Belmont Estate. You know how up there look with the nature and, you know, these nice things. But boy, that's what I get. For me, right? Let me tell you. Let me start from here, because I saw that they said when they reached to Mexico, nobody was there to meet them, so they don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. They don't know who to talk to. That would have been my first sign that something wrong, because if you promise on-ground transportation when I get there, and nobody is there to pick me up, nobody is there to greet me, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, I going home. I ain't even bother doing this because we done going wrong there. We done start wrong and things will start wrong, things will start bad, as the old people said, as end bad. Okay. So they sort that out. Whenever they show up, they show up. Got to the venue realizing the pictures, what they were sent, and and what they're seeing ain't adding up. They might say yes so. So it's like, you tell me I go in Kai and you carry me down in town by some little sideways Airbnb that ain't have no kind of, you know, no pep to it. Like, I looking for one thing and you for the money I spend in a free trip, I spent money on this. Okay. Next thing you know, I guess they settle the figure, you know, we done there. Let's try and make the best of it. Even though the accommodation isn't what I thought it would be, let's try and make the best of it. They tell them that they're going to different places and for parties and stuff. Mind you, when I was reading out the list of accommodations, remember they said transportation is included? Tell me where they're telling these people they have to walk to the destinations now because they ain't far. Oh, I forgot a very important part. Now, sippers, listen to this and tell me if y'all ain't feel something wrong. The guy told the patrons when they got there that the person who is in charge of, or who was in charge of booking all these accommodations and all of these nice things, the person's wife died, and so this is why these things weren't done. Now, all of us, or most of us, have booked trips to different countries for different reasons, and we know that these things have to be done in advance. Unless you just take up yourself and decide you're going on a trip today, and whatever happen. Usually, when you're going on trips, accommodations and all of these things have to be done in advance. So the man telling them no, that the wife, sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, the wife of the person who was supposed to book the accommodations died the night before the people reach. How, as a logical thinking person, does that make sense? Help me understand. If you are telling me that if I booked a trip, if I booked a getaway, a vacation, a stay, wherever it is, if I booked a trip in advance, because I paid in advance, and you promised all of these things to be included in my package, how now I reach to a foreign country, because remember, these people traveling from all over the Caribbean, I reach to a foreign country now, and you're telling me the person who was in charge of these things, their wife died the night before, so none of these things were done. What? Sir, these things were supposed to be done in advance. Where in advance too? You can't just hope that when people arrive, you will find accommodations for them. You can't just hope when the people arrive, you can find transportation, hotel, food. You can't do that. You can't do that. So you watching me and telling me the person who was supposed to book me excursions and all of these things, the wife died the night before. You're scamming me, sir. Now you're scamming me. Now you think I'm stupid and you're scamming me. I don't understand how these people ain't ask back for the money right then and there, you know. Right then and there, they would have had to run me my money and I would have just figured it out. Because you can't come tell me the person's wife died the night before I done in the country. The night before you're telling me the person's wife died. And so none of the things you promised, none of the excursions, none of the food, none of the transportation you promised me is set up. How this go? Somebody said, I need to look up this article or documentary. This one isn't a documentary. This one is something that happened recently, and I'm going to read the apology from the company in air quotes. Somebody is saying, because I would definitely like to know what was the cost of all of this before I make any further assumption. Because for me, if I see anything too cheap, I get it in secondhand thoughts. I think it cost like 1,300 US. Which would be about, let me do some calculations, $3,510 Eastern Caribbean dollars. So you guys tell me, do you think this is too cheap? Do you think that this would have made you have second thoughts? The price, again, it was about $1,300 all inclusive. Well, it was supposed to be all inclusive. It was supposed to include events like going to different clubs, an event at a pool party at the resort, because that's not what they got. A farewell dinner, some excursions, transportation, and food. I don't know how Mexico go. I don't know how the prices in Mexico go. I know it's pesos, but I don't know the equivalent in EC or US. But yeah, they tell the people all of these things included. So now again, when they reach to go to their first club event, remember they were supposed to be shuttled back and forth to the club event. The people tell them they have to walk. They have to walk now because what footwear? It is best not to wear heels. Comfortable shoes are highly recommended. Traffic can be bad at times. So we'll be walking to most places that's about 20 minutes or less. The terrain is mostly flat. I tell you, I don't go home, you know. I live somewhere, okay? I live somewhere. I going home because you can't come tell me, you can't come promise me all of these things. You can't come promise me transportation, food, and all of these things, and then come tell me something different when I reach. No. Anyway, yes, everything went bad. They ain't enough food. The food that they got was what I think they said they got like an egg and a bagel in the morning that was cold, and then the guy tried to use the same food for the pool party that was supposed to happen in the afternoon. When they tried to go to do the excursions, the people telling them, well, nothing was booked for them, so they got to pay for it. Now, if you book an excursion, an all-inclusive excursion, you don't expect to have to be spending extra money every minute to pay for things that should have been paid for. But thankfully, we as Caribbean people, we like to walk with our vex money, as the older people call it. If you're young and you don't know what vex money is, it is the money that you walk with in case of emergency. Somebody might say, yes, let's go out and I'm going to pay for everything. You know, I got you. I'm going to buy you drinks. I'm going to buy you food. If transportation involved, I'm going to pay for that. And then you go and the person now watching you and you're watching them and nobody pay for nothing. That is the money then you pull out of your pockets and say, listen, I'm going to pay for my stuff because clearly you think it's a joke. That is your vex money. And it is very important that you always walk with it. Don't go nowhere left your vex money because you don't know what could happen. There could always be an emergency. You could book a trip, the person take your money, and now you're stranded, you need your vex money. Don't go nowhere without it. Trust me. I've seen too many instances on social media where people fly all over the place because people promise to fly them out. They fly them out, and guess what? What they promise ain't what they get. So you got to make sure you have your vex money. Just a little lesson in case y'all youngins didn't know. Now you know. But yeah, so they had to make the walk all over the place. The excursions wasn't paid for. They had to pay for them themselves. Basically, this trip was a scam, a whole scam. And what made it even worse for me, my mate went on a trip, I was home in my bed reading all of this. What made it worse for me is that the people are putting out a save the date for next year. I saved the date for next year, knowing that these people went through this year. Mind you, this was before the apology. This was before people started coming out and saying what their experience was, the terrible experience. This was before any of this. The people who booked this trip already putting out a save the dates, already advertising for next year, knowing that they scam these people. How audacious can you be? You literally know you scam 70 people out of their hard earned. Let me tell you how much money these people scam these people out of. 1,300 times 70, 91,000. 91,000. 91,000. Some people ain't seen the gates of heaven, you know. God ain't opening them gates for some of these people because you can't be serious. But let's take a look at their apology in air quotes. So it says, We Culture has posted a public apology on Twitter to say sorry to 70 patrons who did not have the trip that they were promised. The apology stated it was amazing to host nearly 70 Caribbean people on a group trip, seeing persons from all over the region and diaspora, instantly connect and vibe like old friends was magical. I wish y'all could see my face. However, we must acknowledge that the death of the wife of our travel concierge partner on the morning of the first day of the trip caused him to pull out of managing crucial logistics at the very last moment. We extend sincerest condolences to the family. This tragic event had a domino effect on many aspects of the trip. We're dedicated to compensating each and every one of you. We take full responsibility for these mishaps and make no excuses. Details to follow via email and text. Finally, we'll be using the experience as an opportunity to refine all of our processes from the ground up and do way better in the future. Let me tell you something. If you watch this story and decide next year you giving these people your hard-earned ducats, your hard-earned cash, your hard-earned money, whatever happened to you is on you. Whatever happened to you is on you at this point, because we say it here all the time. Learn from the mistakes of others so you don't have to experience it yourself. If you see this debacle, and you walk out, you know what? Let me give them a chance. Let me take up my money and give them to that person who did all of this. You deserve it. Whatever I'm to you. Because ain't nowhere I go watch a man scam 70 people out of $1,300. Carry them to a foreign country. Not treat them proper, not even communicate. Mind you, this man wasn't telling them nothing, This man was watching all type of things go bad and just chilling. This man was by the pool chilling, passing people straight, ain't even want to introduce himself to the people that he bring to the country, So if you take up your money and you give that man, whatever happen at this point, whatever happened to you. And I will leave it at that. Guys, let's take a short break and be right back with more Island Tea right here on Win Media SKN.
The sound 98.9.
Roses for you
Kids, drink healthy.
Reduce sugar chubby with the same great taste. Lots of magic fruity flavors. Drink the more healthy way.
It tastes so yummy, chubby, chubby.
25% less sugar chubby. Be active, be healthy. Drink lots of chubby. Kicking football, playing cricket, having fun in the sun.
It's chubby.
Reduced sugar chubby keeps you cool and refreshed.
It tastes so yummy, chubby, chubby.
25% less sugar chubby. Jumping rope, running races, have fun.
It tastes so yummy, chubby.
Drink the more healthy way.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Island Tea with your faves, Azim and Jade. Azim is out sick, and so it's just me until he returns. You know, traveling often comes with these things, so I will be holding down the fort. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your time with me. I know you miss him. I miss him as well. But what can we do but wait until he gets better? So let's jump into another article. And this one says 10 cheapest countries where you can buy citizenship or residency status for as low as $19,000. Would you like to guess where St. Kitts ranks before I read? What number do you guys think we rank when it comes to passports and buying them? So let me see. They're about number 3. Okay, I got a first guess. They said number 3. Let me see. wait. That mean you don't read this article, or you're just guessing because you said such a shame. So that mean you might. Okay, let's see. So again, it is 10 cheapest countries where you can buy citizenship or residency status as low as $19,000. The Thailand Golden Visa minimum application fee is $19,000. The Panama Golden Visa is $40,000. Well, this is minimum, Let me just make sure that's in there. So Thailand, the minimum is $19,000. Panama, the minimum is $40,000. Latvia, Golden Visa, the minimum is $60,000. Antigua and Barbuda, the minimum is $100,000. Dominica is also $100,000. St. Lucia is also $100,000 minimum. Grenada is $150,000. Grenada is $150,000. St. Kitts and Nevis is $150,000. North Macedonia Golden Passport is $200,000. Portugal is $250,000 minimum. And yes, so that is number 10. So we are about number 7. Yeah. Well, we're tied because Grenada and yes, we're tied with Grenada. So ours cost just about $150,000 minimum, and it says waterfront Bastia main settlement on St. Kitts Caribbean Island. Oh, this is just a picture. Let me read the actual article. The first option to donate $150,000 to the Sustainable Growth Fund, which was launched in 2018 to promote growth in various sectors, including healthcare, education, alternative energy, climate change and resilience, and the promotion of indigenous entrepreneurship. Alternatively, applicants can choose to contribute $175,000 towards the program's alternative investment option. The third and final option is to invest in an approved real estate project with a value of at least $200,000. So, guys, is that bad? I mean, this is US. I don't think this is EC. So let me just convert it. So 200,000 times 2.7. Whew. $540,000. Well, half a mil. Take it up there, man. Take it up there. Way cheap all. We ain't cheap at all. $540,000. Let me hear y'all now. Let me hear y'all complain about this now. Because y'all can't come say we passport sell it for cheap. Somebody saying, I think the current government needs to put a stop to selling passports now. How come? Why do you think that? Why do you think that we should stop selling passports? Why would you think that it is cheap? I mean, they need to stop, sorry. Why do you think that they need to stop selling passports? Especially if it is, the money is being used to fund things like medical care and trying to, well, it is going to be used for things that can benefit the country. You think they should stop it? They said it's getting out of hand. How is it getting out of hand? Yes, we've had some debacles, I won't lie. Remember the hush puppy situation, which we still need an update on, because what's happening there? What's happening with Mr. Puppies? Like, what happened? We're not getting a little update? We're not going to know how our cousin doing? Feel like it's time for a little update. Somebody's saying too many persons just buying it for traveling sake rather than really invest in saying kits. But if they buy it, the money is ours to use to invest in saying kits. We are the ones who are supposed to say what we're using this money for, you know. We are the ones who are supposed to use this money to benefit us. So let's go to the phone lines. Good morning, caller. You're live.
Good morning, Jade. Somebody want a riot in the country?
If I want a riot in the country?
No, the person who said so.
Oh, because they said to stop?
Paying wages, everything, you know.
Oh.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
They were in recession. Even though you may not like it. To stop it at this point don't make no sense. Unless we find gold or something, or oil.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, we're not at the bottom, as was said. And even at the bottom, if your country is in need, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now we start it, you know. It's hard to stop when we start. And everything nowadays depends on the citizenship by investment money.
Mm-hmm.
So the person will have to decide if they want a riot. If mountain come and the government say, well, we can't pay out no money there. Because they have so many different tax exemptions and some businesses they ain't even catch yourself yet.
Mm-hmm.
Tourism is still slow. When last a ship come? Do you have any idea?
Nope.
It's all of these things you got to bear in mind, you know. All of these things we got to bear in mind. All we have to do is to make sure, because some people can slip through. And they have some of the agents who selling and look at easier way. Well, we all know that for many of the people who buy the passport, to them it is some wanted to travel, but some is just a class prestige, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When they meet together, how many passports you have? You understand? Well, I have 5 and you got 6. So what I'm saying is, well, I'll get 1 too. People with money they do things like that. But it's for us to respect ourselves. Because we don't respect ourselves and maintain the law. We have to maintain the law. That they cannot vote. Some people don't like to hear that, but once you buy, you sign to it. Because could you imagine how much is it? Do you have 500,000 people out there have it?
I don't know. Oh, somebody's saying a ship is in today.
Eh?
Somebody's saying a ship is in today.
Oh, yeah, I want to hear the schedule, because you know you used to hear.
Yeah, I haven't heard it in a while. I haven't seen any information on the schedule in a while.
Right. So if you could get it every now and again, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it got to be rough. So all, as you say, and I agree with you, the money should be put to good use, and some should be saved.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what you're telling people, you know. And we can't see this start yet. By the middle of September, we will know about it grow.
Well.
And if you get all of this money, you can't go and beg. The other day, a relative of mine was working on a project, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they gave some of the Caribbean countries donors, right? They're donors. You could apply. Senkis can't apply. Why does I Senkis can't apply? Because Senkis is rich with the citizenship money.
Oh, true?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm telling you, this ain't if I maybe, You find it hard to get anybody to donate anything to St. Kitts, must be only Taiwan.
Oh.
Because number one, we have a high standard of living. As much as we're balling, better than some people in New York this morning. And we got the amenities when they come, as bad as we said, the health services. We have access to health. You could go up the clinic. You could go to the hospital. There's so many other things you could do. So all I would ask them, I keep saying it, the IMF keep recommending it, you must have a sovereign growth fund. That means, look, if you're collecting, say, all right, 15% of what we collect, we put aside. Don't try to give away all, because just like children, if you work and you get all your extra, they still had enough to come and ask you for something else. And when they can't get it, oh, mommy, you're cheap, you mean. So I want to encourage this government. I say to all of them, because I read the IMF report. I don't have the start yet. Put aside, because nobody can send no shipload or nothing in here. Because when you're going to say, we made over 5 billion, 5 billion? Just have to divide the population into the 5 billion. They expect all of us to be millionaires. And they will say, well, the country could afford to give everybody a house free or whatever. So Dr. Juka, he's responsible for the citizenship. Don't allow anybody just to beg. And they want this and they want that. And they want to build this and they want to build that. We got to use reason, because the IMF not going to lend you. The ECCB not going to lend you. We can't go back and empty National Bank money. We can't go back there. So I'm glad we're not at the bottom. Because people were saying that we're selling it like 15,000.
Well, no, I was up there, man.
But it's up, aren't we what the platinum? We got the platinum. Something number one.
I don't know.
That's what they usually say. In the Caribbean, we're the number one.
Oh, well, Grenada and ours is the same minimum, so. Well, according to this list, Grenada and ours is the same minimum.
But they said they have been in there long enough to have such a reputation like us. So all I would say, you all please, nobody giving nothing free. People don't put put. So for the government, because a lot of, coming out to election, a lot of money was throwing all over the place. Use the money wisely. Have priorities. Because we will want anything. We will want everything. If the government could give us everything for everybody sit at home, they'll vote for it. So please get an economic council with people who know something, that want. All right then. So I'm glad to hear we're not last.
No, we're not. No, we're not last.
We're last.
All right, thank you, Miss Henry. I to be honest, right, the reason a lot of people probably gravitate to our passports is because we are a passport that is able to. We have a passport that is able to travel to lots and lots of countries. We have a passport that is. Let me look it up. But our passport can take us to plenty countries visa free. And that is what a lot of people looking at when they're trying to figure out what passports should they get. Our passport is visa free for a lot of countries. Let me see. How many countries? Think it's Nevis passport. 80 countries. Over 80 countries. Our passport allows people to travel visa free to over 80 countries. So of course our passport is going to be in high demand. And so but again, it's not cheap at least. And I think if we use this passport money to invest in things that will better the country, I don't see a problem with it. Yes, we have to do very stringent background checks. We have to make sure that we are not allowing our passport to fall in the hands of people who will be using it for evil or for illegal activities, whether it is through marriage, whether it's through purchase, whatever routes people can get these passports from, once they're not using it for bad or evil or illegal activities, hey, that is it. So Cleo, since it's already cost $500,000 EC, how much you think it should cost? Since you said it should cost more, how much do you think it should cost? Glenn, I think the best thing for you to do would be to call me privately, because as soon as I leave here, I'm going to cricket. I have to work. So as soon as in the next 5-7 minutes, I'm out of the studio. So it would be best to get in contact with me. You can message me on Facebook and I can reply there. But yeah, how much do you think it should cost, Cleo, since you were saying it should cost more? I think it costs a lot. I don't know how passport costs, guys, because I don't do these things, but $500,000 is a lot compared to some of the other countries. So I don't know. We're ranking kind of high based on the list. But if you're saying it should cost more, then how much do you think it should cost? How much do you think it should cost? How much do y'all think our passport should cost? It costs $500,000 already. How much more do you think it should cost? It should cost. What would be a comfortable number? Claire, you're saying 200,000 it costs. Claire, you have to remember the minimum is 150. You know, the minimum, not the maximum. So that means it starts at $150,000 minimum. So hey, I don't think that's a bad minimum. Let's head back to the phone lines. This will be our last call for today. Caller, good morning. You're live.
Yeah, just to clarify something you said, it doesn't cost $500,000. If you invest in properties also, they last law says $175,000. That's what that is the cost.
Okay, so thank you for your clarification. So
and I think it's 139 countries we have.
Sorry?
Is a period 139 or somewhere around here, so you know.
Well, I know it's more than 80. It's more than 80, they said.
Yeah, I think 139, because remember after Mark, that is why Dr. Douglas was credited. When he went to the thing, he discovered, you know, and he credited Mark. So that's an improvement, eh?
Yeah, man, Mark God's in a good position, and I'm sure Dr. Douglas will further us.
Yeah, he credited, he said it on his news. He wanted to thank Mark, Honorable Mark Brantley, for the work that they did. Because he was vigorous in it, and what was good in that, he was targeting a lot of African countries, which is what I think he should do. Since when Europe started threatening, we just go to the motherland, enough of them there, you know?
Exactly.
So we just take the motherland people. We get one slippy in every now and again. What do you want to know about that? The one with the marriage thing.
Yes, it's so we can travel to 151 countries using our passport.
Yeah. Because when you say 80, say not 80 at all.
No, I said more than 80, based on what
so maybe
Google
what
said.
he could have taken along Mark with him.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing at all.
Service to country. All right, then God bless you. Have a good day.
You as well. Yeah, 151 countries is a lot of countries. And I feel like we should take more advantage of this, because we don't travel. I mean, some of us travel, but we only travel to like the usual countries. We need to look at the list of countries and figure, not just saying go to any country, because any country ain't, you know, African American, Caribbean friendly, Caribbean citizen friendly. You know, the color of our skin might cause all type of problems with them, but there's some countries that, you know, we could visit for some new culture. We don't have to go to the same old countries all the time. Well, at least I think so, especially that since there's 151 countries that we could choose from. So, you know, get out and explore and use the benefits of the St. Kitts Nevis passport. Somebody saying, Jade, are you aware that Kemba Swanston got bailed? I rebuke that in the name of the Lord. I rebuke that. I hope you're lying to me. I hope that you just made up that rumor. I am praying that you just made up that rumor because ain't no way. Ain't no way on God's green earth that would make sense to me. To me. Okay? But if that's what happened, well, guess we'll just have to deal with the consequences of it if anything happened. Again. Good old judicial system, eh? Good old judicial system, boy. Anyway, let me come to the paperwork. Again, guys, congratulations to all of the winners of the tickets that we gave away today. I will be giving away some tickets tomorrow for Saturday and Sunday. I will try to do all of them. I have to do all of them tomorrow because there's no show on Saturday. So tomorrow we will give out some tickets. Jade, please, before the people drag you, are you accustomed to people dragging me? What people? What people? Which people? Which people gonna drag me? Because I said hopefully that's not true. Lord of mercy. Listen, ain't everybody need to be out of jail. Ain't everybody need to be out of jail. When people show you who they are, believe them. If that's what you're talking about. Anyway, again, congratulations to all of the winners of the tickets today. I will be giving away some tickets tomorrow. I will also be joined, if y'all was listening to my little conversation during the break while my mic was on, I will be joined by some people from the CPL crew tomorrow. I will actually have one of the women's players joining tomorrow. Again, this is my first time seeing women's cricket live, and I'm going to see another match today. Join me at the park. I will be there in about a couple minutes to watch some lovely cricket with the 60. Remember, if you catch a ball with one hand, you win 5 cases of Carib beer. Compliments Carib. And also, you can win yourself 500 USD if you are the most rambunctious patron today. So, and this is 500 USD per match. So, all these good things happening in the park. Plus, EK and Kotai will be there to provide some entertainment. I will be over in the party stand because I'm doing entertainment. So, find me over there. Have a drink with me. Beers are 3 for 10. Have 2 and I'll have 1 on you. Guys, I will see you tomorrow. Remember to learn from the mistakes of others. Don't repeat it. It don't make sense. If you see somebody doing something and you realize it was nonsense and you realize the repercussions of their nonsense, then just don't repeat it. Simple maths. Also, remember to deal with people with love and grace today and any other day. You don't know what people are going through. And most importantly, you cannot be everybody's cup of tea because you is not a mug. I will see you guys tomorrow right back here on Win Media SKN.
FM.
Everybody beware, you better prepare. Disaster can happen anytime, anywhere. Everybody beware, you better prepare. Disaster can happen.